Hello, everyone. Welcome to this edition of the Pro Wrestling Show presents the Stand and Deliver review. I'm your host, as always, Kendra Dix here. Glad you join us here on the Stand and Review. Join in the conversation. You have Pro Wrestling here on Connect. And you see right here the backdrop right here of St. Louis. You can't really see it behind. St. Louis, where NXT was in St. Louis, Missouri. So let's not waste no time whatsoever. Gonna kick things off with this. The first match we see beforehand. Well, the first thing we saw beforehand was Sexy Red. Sexy Red making her appearance for Stand and Deliver. Right, show Sexy Red right quick. I want to show you right quick before Sexy Red, hip hop star, phenomenal artist. Made her return. Sexy Red doing her thing. So Sexy Red coming out there with HBK Shawn Michaels welcoming the crowd to Stand and Deliver. Sexy Red giving the standing ovation. One of them Sexy Red trying to hype up the crowd. She was the host of Stand and Deliver. Didn't know Sexy Red was that, but she was a host. You see Sexy Red was that. Well, we know Kai Jordan, since she's coming to NXT. Kai Jordan was a former standout and evolved onto them. Now Kai Jordan is making her way to NXT. It's NXT trying to get more eyes on the fire when it comes to that. So we'll see what Kai Jordan's going to do. Kai Jordan's going to bring coming up. Well, when we get to this right here, the beginning of the first match was for the NXT Women's Championship. Was Kendall Gray challenging and Lola Vice challenging, but the things red, but challenging JC James for the NXT Women's Championship. Women have been battling out throughout the whole entire time now. Can Kendall Gray win some gold in NXT? Or the same thing could say for Lola Vice, who I've been waiting to see win some gold. Well, Lola's gonna do that, but Lola Vice coming out of nowhere. Lola Vice, all three women were announced. Lola Vice had to prove something. She did. Lola Vice wins her first NXT Championship women's title. They got the rump shaking booty bad Latino. Now, NXT Women's Champion. Thank you, Jesus. Lola Vice has done it. Lola Vice will be emerging as a rump shaker, shaking her tail feather now as the new NXT Women's Champion. Speaking of that, Robert Stone, the general manager, informed Lola that she's going to be having a celebration this Tuesday for her championship win. So Lola Vice earns it and well deserved for Lola Vice. Congratulations to Lola on winning this remarkable match. Speaking of that, go to this right here. The tag team titles were on the line. The Vandy Project has been a tag team on the go. The Vandy Project retained the tag team titles over Los Americanos. What match that was until what's his name? Felt a little bit kind of like, what is going on? Kind of felt like, man, I put all this work on it and y'all ain't winning the tag team titles that y'all should be doing. Los Americanos just wasn't that, but we see that the Vandy Project retained their tag team titles as they do. The project continues that momentum. Well, another match that everyone was talking about, everyone was buzzing about. Told you, John Gargano went against this man right here, Miles Bourne, the current NXT North American champion. Gargano won the gauntlet match to earn himself the spot. Gargano did what he needed to do, just wasn't enough. And See right here, Miles Bourne keeps his championship intact, and Miles Bourne doing so. See Miles Bourne doing what he needed to do, and Miles Bourne gets his hand raised in a token of victory. He did. So Miles Bourne will leave about that. Most respect for Miles Bourne and Johnny Gargano went down. But at the end of the match was this right here. Dion Lennox came out of nowhere and attacked Miles Bourne, signaling a message that he's next in line for a shot at the North American Championship. Looks like Miles Bourne better watch his back against Dion Lennox, because Dion Lennox having problems in his own faction. Even Dark State telling him like, "You think about you ain't think about us." I think there's kind of like a rift going on. The rift is showing that and stuff like that. So we see if Dion Lennox seriously want to be the North American champion, we kind of see what's going to go down eventually. Well, we told you earlier, Shawn Michaels has been around. Shawn Michaels dancing with Sexy Red. Shawn Michaels, you forget that he's going to be having a docu series coming out April 13th. HBK will have that docu series. See, become the Heartbreak Kid. Shawn Michaels probably talking about Shawn's personal life, how he found Christ. He went from partying ways, 80s, 90s to finding Christ, redemption story and stuff. So we'll get to, I want to see that on Peacock for the seeing that as well. Get to another match right here, quickly right here. It's like Solo Roca taking on Zara. These two were the best of friends. Now they're no longer the best of friends. Zoro Roca and Zarya really want to beat the you know what out of each other. Zoro Roca and Zarya did. Zarya tried everything, but Zoro Roca came out the pocket and won over her former best friend. These two were the best of friends. Now they were the worst of enemies, and we kind of see how this progressed and stuff. But Solo Roca um won the battle, but she might be getting a new feud already with Izzy Dame. Izzy Dame, seeing that she's not I forgot about Solo Roca. Izzy Dame want to get her hands on Solo Roca, so we'll see that this week on NXT. Izzy Dame taking on Solo Roca 1-on-1. We'll see this fight between two future NXT Women's Champions. Solo Roca getting the victory as she did over her, leaving behind her rivalry with Zarya. Gotta wonder who Zarya is going to be feuding with coming up, but we'll have to wait and see. Well, speaking of that, we told you Blake Monroe won against Sam Pax for the NXT North American Women's Championship. Blake Monroe stealing the championship belt from Tatum Paxley. Even Tatum Paxley had to come near a hotel and try to grab her and tell her, like, hey, you stealing my belt. I'm going to come get you. Tatum had did what she did in that steel cage match as well. But now we know that Tatum Paxley and Blake Monroe will go further and go into details to do what they need to do to win their women's championship. And we saw how that went down, how that be. But Tatum Paxley and Blake Monroe goes steep depths to do what they need to do. Tatum Paxley retained her championship, and Tatum Paxley beat Blake Monroe. So probably look for Zarya to perhaps get the shot at Tam Paxley because they're switching people around. So they're doing like musical chairs and stuff. How that's gonna go. Well, get to this right here. The main event was at Stand Deliver for the NXT title as Joe Hendry defends his title against three men: Ethan Page, a former champion, um, Ricky Saints, a former champion, and Tony D'Angelo. When the match that was, we know that Ethan Page and Tony and Ricky Saints has developed a friendship. Perhaps they could go for the tag team titles down the road. We could see that as well. Well, we saw that, but earlier this week they had a contract signing, and we saw everyone got laid out due to the whole situation. But it was time for talking. The talking had stopped. But we saw how that went. But We see that Joe Henry took the pinfall loss. Joe Henry took the loss right here. And you see right, all four men measuring each other up. But it just wasn't enough until this man right here, Tony D'Angelo, wins the NXT Championship. I mean, let's see how it go. I mean, didn't expect Tony D'Angelo there. They're pulling screens later, but Tony D'Angelo finally the NXT champion. Done it. Tony D'Angelo did it. And now he's the new champion of NXT. All right. That's gonna do it for the NXT Stand and Deliver review. Stand and Deliver review it was. But we saw how everything came about, but how we did. Well, thank you all for watching this edition of the Pro Wrestling Show. Presents the Stand and Deliver recap review special. I've been your host, Kendrick Dixon. So long, we're gonna leave you with Tony D'Angelo raising the NXT Championship overhead above his waist, above his head, to showcase that he is for the people. We'll see how this is gonna go this Tuesday. Join us this Tuesday for the NXT Ring Report, plus Monday for the Raw Ring Report as the road to WrestleMania continues on here on the Pro Wrestling Show.